Oh, no need to take pictures of me. I'm happy. Can she walk around?
welcome each of you to the celebration of the marriage of Melissa Hansen and Van Whiting. A wedding is a celebration of love. It celebrates possibilities. Its attitude is joy. Its mood is hope. It symbolizes and celebrates an emotional and spiritual bond. It marks the beginning of a new kind of journey through life. We are privileged to witness that beginning. Van and Melissa suggested that I might share a few thoughts about them so that those of you who don't know them too well individually could know them a little better, and then they realized what kind of license they had given me. So I decided to be nice about it. Would you please all sit down? That's where the niceness starts. And Melissa is a warm and compassionate young woman. She has both the willingness and the ability to be supportive of others. This is a very, in my mind, these are some very important characteristics. And I was told by a young man the other day something that really brought this to the fore. He said he came to Emerald Bay the first time on a weekend work party, and he didn't want to come. His parents required him to, with the understanding that if he didn't like it, he wouldn't have to come again. That was many years ago, and this young man shared that story with me probably last week. He is still coming. He is still serving others, because when he got on the boat, he sat next to Melissa. And she talked to him and became his friend. She let her warmth out to him and treated him with compassion and said, "Come and talk to me whenever you need to." And he came back and back and back. Van, on the other hand, is a different story. Van is a fiercely loyal person, a very protective person, and a man who finishes whatever he starts. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Ragnar racing, but it's a race that goes overnight, day, 2 days, 200 to 300 miles, and no, I'll get there. And the people run legs, and each runner runs 2 or 3 legs during that time. So someone is running all the time. I think it was last year. I showed up at where the race finished in Phoenix to see Van, and he was smiling and visiting and hurting, and it said to me that this is a man who, when he commits to something, will see it through to the end. And we are going to watch and hear him commit today. And I know that he will follow through to completion with what we are doing today with Melissa's support. A couple of other things I would like to share, and I was thinking I would only share them with Van and Melissa, but then I thought probably wouldn't hurt a few other people if they heard them. I was talking to another friend recently, and we got around to discussing marital stuff. And one of us said something about arguing, and the gentleman said to me, "My wife and I never argue." And I went to myself. He said, "We do have moments of intense fellowship, but we do not argue." And I thought about that. When people argue, they're in opposition, and the results are often not pretty. When people share fellowship, they're both on the same side, and they are much more likely to move toward a satisfactory solution. And in that sharing of fellowship, something else comes to mind. Some people work very hard in discussions to prove that they are right. To the two of you, I would say the choice is to be right always, or to be happy. And that's a decision you get to make early on. Van and Melissa have asked Van's brother Stephen and Melissa's sister Cindy to share some readings with you. Stephen?
Thank you. So these are a few readings that Van has asked me to read. The first, to love is good. 2, love being difficult. For one human being to love another, that is perhaps the most difficult of all of our tasks. The ultimate, the last test, and proof. The work for which all other work is but preparation.